Welcome back to Passports and People. I think this is episode 19, if I'm correct. This is supposed to be another interview with another student who did an article on borderless. However, that plan fell through because my laptop had to be repaired and all of these other stuff. So I thought it would be interesting to do a short solo episode speaking about moving. And I know we speak about moving a lot, but this is very specific because it's happening to me now. Any other time that I've spoken about it, I was still in the process of applying. I was still in the process of figuring out what I was going to do. But now I know, now my plans are set. And I'm going to be traveling in the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks. I'm trying to think. I don't know the date specifically. But yeah, I hope this episode is found to be slightly helpful and that if you are going through this as well, you feel less alone because it has been way more overwhelming and stressful than I anticipated it to be. So the first thing that has kind of been on my mind is that I'm feeling way more anxious than I anticipated I would feel. I'm a naturally anxious person since the age of like 12, 13. I would very easily get worked up and hyperfixate on the smallest of details. And obviously now I've grown up, I've learned how to deal with my anxiety. And so I didn't expect myself to be feeling the way I am feeling. And it's very weird because it's like mentally my brain knows everything's going to be okay. I know everything is going to be okay. I know everything is going to work out no matter the hiccups and the issues and the situations, whatever falls into my lap. I know that I'll get through it, and it always works out in the best for me. So mentally my brain is like, yeah, like it's fine, like everything is going to be fine. But then my body and my nervous system is saying something completely different that is just like completely overwhelming me. um it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just a very weird feeling and a very weird mix between my brain being like, yeah, no, like I know it's gonna be okay, but then my body every night like being like, oh my gosh, like you know. um so that anxiety is definitely still there, and it is slightly annoying because my life would be so much easier without it. Yeah, packing has been very overwhelming, I have to say. I'm looking around at my bags and like my room is a mess. um I've been going through everything. I've been going through all of my clothes, all of my makeup, anything that I'm taking with, whether it's shoes, clothes, makeup, just like the random things in your room that like you need or you use. And I've really been looking at it and being like, am I really actually going to use it? Like, have I used it in the past year that I've been in South Africa? Does it look worn out or old? Like, can it be replaced? And I've been doing that with everything. I've been trying to take like one of everything, especially like I was doing my makeup yesterday. I have a decent amount of makeup. I was looking at everything and I was like, okay, I'm gonna only let myself take like one, two max of each product because I don't have the weight. Um and it's sad because it the rest of it is just gonna sit in this room. It's just gonna lay here until I get the opportunity to bring them over. But you know what? It's fine because in like 2 months, I'm gonna completely forget about all the things that I left here. I'm just gonna be focusing on what I have and what I buy there. So yeah, just try and be a bit less materialistic. And like you, like when I say that, I cannot believe the amount of junk that I took to Malaysia the first time that I went. Like I think 3 years ago now, when I went there with my family, the amount of junk that I took, the amount of sentimental things that I took, which is so valid. Like I, like any other girl, has a box full of birthday cards and letters and just like a memory box of so many things from over the years that I cannot bring with. When I went to Malaysia 3 years ago, I brought it all with me. I looked at them maybe like once in that 3 years that I was there. Um, and yes, it I gathered more things to put in it, but it was like I didn't have to bring everything. And then when I had to come back, it was so chaotic because now I had this I put it in a file because the box is too big. I had this file that I barely looked at. I can't leave it there, obviously, and now I have to like cart it back, weighs like maybe 2 kgs. So even those, like, I'm going through them and I'm really just picking the letters and the memories and whatever um within that box that I want to bring, because like you can't bring everything. You can't, unless you like are able to buy so much more weight and more bags. I unfortunately am not in that position, but also I don't think I want to spend money to bring these things because I can't just buy there. I can't just buy it there. Buying weight is actually pretty expensive, depending on the airline, obviously. But I think that it's worth it to like go out with your friends and like make a day out of it, buy new things. So yeah, the anxiety has been there. As you can see, my brain is just I'm overthinking a lot of it. I'm overthinking a lot of it, and a lot of my thinking has been happening when I sit on my floor and I'm like going through my clothes and like packing my bag. And another thought that has gone through my mind is that, is this worth it? I don't know if it's just me. I'm sure it's not just me, but I don't know if a whole lot of people have this thought of, is it, is it really worth it? Because I'm comfortable. I am comfortable here in South Africa. Um, I've been here for, wait, I need to count. Been here for 8 months now. Almost a year, but not quite yet, thank gosh. But yeah, I've been here for 8 months and I've gotten comfortable. I've made more connections with the people around me, with the people in my town. Um, I've picked up hobbies. I've picked up, just I've gotten used to the way that I'm living. And I've started to think, is it really worth it to go just because I'm sacrificing a lot to go? Obviously, it's my dream. You have to make sacrifices to make your dream possible. But also, my parents are sacrificing so much. My siblings are sacrificing so much just so that I can have this thing. And I'm like, I'm comfortable here. I am doing okay here. I'm not loving it, but I'm okay. I'm fine. So is it like, do I really want to do this? And I'm going to be honest, the thing that's been keeping me going is the fact that I know of the experiences and, the friendships and the life that I'm going to have there. And I can't even imagine, for someone who hasn't lived overseas, you have no idea. You hear what people tell you, you hear what you read, you hear what you watch from other people, but you don't have your own experience. Even if it's someone close to you who's your friend who goes to that university, your experience is going to be different because you yourself are different. The way that you socialize is different, the way that you communicate is different, the way that you study is different, the way that you do everything is different. Um and so I can't even imagine if someone in their families as well sacrificing so much for them to do this, but all they have is their thoughts. All they have in their brain is what they think it's like. I'm fortunate enough where I know what my life can be. I know the opportunities that I can have. And that's what's been keeping me going, is because yes, I'm happier and I'm comfortable here, but there's just so much more out there and it's so great. And the people, I cannot emphasize the people enough. There are such wonderful people out there. I'm not saying that there aren't wonderful people where you are, but there's like, it's insane. And I know people always say, yeah, but you meet so many different new great people, but like you really find such great people. My closest friend, and honestly to me they are family, my closest family are the ones that I've met overseas. It's so mind-boggling. And I understand. I really do understand when I speak to people, especially now because I'm leaving soon, hopefully. I speak to people and they're like, "Yeah, I don't think I would ever leave South Africa if I had the opportunity." I completely understand. I really do. But to me, it's like, if I stay here, if I decide that the sacrifice is not worth it, that I am comfortable and I'm fine being here, then I'm not going to find what I'm looking for, which is the great and amazing experiences that you can experience and opportunities and the people, because if you don't go out and look for them, you're not going to find them. And I think that's really what's been keeping me going, is that if I stay here, it is very unlikely, okay, and obviously it is likely, but it's different for everyone, in the town that I am in the country that I am in whatever, with in the culture that I'm in. I'm not going to find those amazing people if I stay here. I'm not going to find those amazing people and those amazing things if I stay comfortable. And so I just got to do it, I just got to take one step at a time. I need to do my best. I need to stop thinking so far into the future, because in the end, I think it'll be worth it. In 6 months to a year, when you start, getting to know your way around that country and that place, and you start, being more familiar with the people around you, and you start creating a routine for yourself, it's just you're gonna gain that normalcy back. That's gonna become your new normal. And so you just gotta bear with yourself this next couple of months, where you are gonna be stressed and anxious. Oh my goodness, I already started thinking about the fact that I have to interact and like make new friends and socialize with new people and build new bonds, because building new bonds can be exhausting. Okay, if you've been doing it, if you do it a lot in your life, it can be exhausting. Having to say the same things and introduce yourself the same way and ask the same questions and get to know a person in the same way that you do everyone else, it can feel a bit exhausting. Obviously, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to find those new friends and I'm excited to build those bonds. But then at the same time, I'm like, don't um, overthink a friendship. Don't attach yourself to a person or group of people that you meet and are chilling with in the first like month that you are there, because you will honestly only truly find like those true lifelong friendships even only a year into studying, even like maybe 6 months. But like, I think that realistically, you'll only find that person or those people who you really connect with, who you really are similar with, who you really can talk to and be comfortable with. You'll only truly realize which people those are, and be with those people more like only a year in. And so to me, that feels exhausted. Like, I feel exhausted thinking about the fact that like it is what it is. Like, you have to get to know the person. You can't know someone for like 3 months and think, yeah, this is like my absolute best friend. You can't know that. That's not how it is. So, like, to think that I will most probably only realize and, find that close friends like a year in. So yeah, that's just something else I wanted to add. It's just, don't attach to yourself to any friendships or any friends. I'm not saying that you shouldn't make effort and you shouldn't go out and continue to socialize with those people. Just don't attach an idea with them. So yeah, I just wanted to say that very quickly, because it's also something that's been on my mind. And it's funny because that's been on my mind more than the academics of it all. I have thought about the academics of it all. I have thought about, oh my gosh, I have to do school again. Like, I have to study again. I have to take notes again. I have to pay attention in class again. I have to like activate my brain and switch on my brain again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I gonna do okay? Am I gonna pass? Am I gonna do really well? Like, I don't know what the syllabus is really like. I don't know what the work is really like. I don't know what exams are like. Like, I wish I could like completely, I wish I could follow someone who's going through it right now and just like ask them a billion questions, because I want to just be prepared as possible, but I can't be as prepared as I'd like. um so yeah, honestly, the social part of it has been on my brain more than the academics, just because, the academics also, you'll figure it out. Everybody's going through the social part of it, obviously, but like the academics is like you're all doing the same thing, with your teachers, with your classmates. It's all the same work, it's all the same exams. So you can be confused in that sense together, but socially you're kind of more on your own trying to navigate. Make sure that your hand luggage reflects your travel plans, because like for me, I travel, I fly for 8 hours, and then I have about a 7 hour. Vani, you ruined it, so I was gonna say 6 to 7. um I have a 7 hour layover in wherever you have it, and then I have another 8 hour flight, and then when I get to Malaysia, it's still like around 7 hours of waiting and traveling more. So it's a lot. For me, it's like a 24 hour, almost exactly, if you add up getting to the airport and waiting at the airport and everything is almost exactly like a 24-hour travel day. So I always make sure that I'm very comfortable with my cabin bag, with my handbag, making sure it's not too heavy. Because if you do not have enough weight, and this was me when I flew from Malaysia back to South Africa, when I left, I filled my handbag and my cabin bag so much, so much. It was so heavy. Putting it in the overhead compartment sucked. Oh my gosh. I am not weak, okay? I'm not weak. I normally can put it up easily by myself, but I had to ask someone to take it down for me, to put it up for me, because it was just so unbelievably heavy. And even when I was walking from like when I landed to during my transit to my next gate, walking with it on my shoulders, like on my arms. Oh my gosh, my arms were dead. So please, I know you might think, yeah, no, but it's fine. Like I'll be fine. Like whatever, it's worth it. Bro, it's you're gonna be in pain, okay? You wanna enjoy the travel. I love traveling. I love sitting on a plane. I have 8-hour flights and I love every minute of that 8-hour flight. I love it. But if I'm sore and I have just like my bag is full of things and everything is like cluttered and I'm a decently organized person, like I can't. So yeah, just make sure that you're comfortable, make sure it reflects your travel time. So if you're traveling for so long like me, in my handbag I have like a touch up makeup kit that I use during my transit, or on the plane. So like a little bit of face cleanser, my moisturizer, sunscreen, so that I can just like make myself feel better, a toothbrush, toothpaste, so that when I land, I can freshen up a bit. I always keep some type of lip balm, eye drops. Everything gets so dry on a plane, your lips, your eyes, your hands. I always pack a hand cream. And then also extra clothes. I put a set, and like it can be so basic, leggings and a shirt in my cabin bag. So light, so easy, because there are times when a child messes something on you, or you mess something on yourself, or something goes wrong, and then you don't want to be traveling the rest of your travels in these dirty clothes. So yeah, just think about your traveling, think about your day-to-day routine and what you might need. So yes, yeah, yeah, fun. Ooh, speaking about it is getting me excited, but I also am like trying not to get too excited, because what if some planes fall through, and then like you never know what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, I'm excited, I'm so excited. I love traveling, okay? Like I think the anxiety of it all and the stress of it all has kind of been overpowering my enjoyment. Don't let that happen. Don't let your stress and anxiety um ruin the experience for you. You can be stressed and you can be anxious, but like be stressed and anxious about certain things. Once you get through immigration, security, your bags are checked, everything, in the airport, stop stressing, okay? Enjoy yourself while you have those 2 hours before you board the plane. Enjoy yourself, relax during your transit on the plane. Like just enjoy the experience, okay? Even if you don't like traveling, even if you're not a fan of traveling, like just soak it up. But it's good if you're feeling the stress and anxiety and all of these emotions. It just means that you really care, and it just means that when you get there, that feeling of relief is going to be so much greater and so much better and so much more worth it. You're going to have so much fun. I'm so excited for every single one of you who are starting this journey. And I am going to obviously be documenting my journey in a way through the podcast and every episode that we do. So if you care for that, or you want to have someone who's going through something similar as you, then stay tuned to future episodes, because one of the future episodes is going to be me in a completely different environment, closer to Avani's time zone. So yeah, you're gonna do so great, you're gonna be so amazing, you're gonna have so much fun, and just you know the experience and being there itself is so much bigger than the smaller things here. Is so much bigger than your bag weight, is so much bigger than what you're gonna wear on the plane, is so much bigger than even saying goodbye to your friends and family here. So just keep that in mind, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.